Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the Beastbox Darkwave. So I did order this some time ago, but the shipment did come in a little bit late due to like the pandemic and the holiday season and other some aspects going on here, so which is why I am reviewing this now. But I am really glad I pre-ordered this and I'm really happy for the results. So let's see what we got as usual. So for those who are watching this video for the first time, Beastbox are basically toys from 52 Toys, the company, and they are basically like these animal mechs that can transform into these cube form boxes and that can be stored into these boxes called the box chargers. So it's just a very simple concept of a toy, and each square is supposed to become a perfect cube of each length being 5 centimeters. Alright, so here is the box. Let's go over the box. So here is the box from the front part. Definitely loving that artwork going on here on the front. I would actually love to see a version of this actually, because it looks much more cool, to be honest. And then we have the back of the box, which shows some price points and explanation and some really nice box art going on there. Alright, so that's that for that. And let's look at the components. So other than the box, the Beastbox Darkwave and the box charger itself, here are what you're supposed to get. So let's go over the typical stuff. So typical part number one, get the catalog, the PVC card, and the instruction manual for the PVC card. Yes, they actually give you instruction manuals for this as well, and for the box charger. This is actually for the box charger as well. So yeah. And here we have a instruction manual, pretty simple transformation, so nothing too difficult or complicated. And what I like about what they do with these toys is that they not only show you the transformation from box to cube, but also from box to the beast form. They also go for the opposite. They'll show the beast to the box as well. So very nice. And then here we have a card, the typical card going on here. I'm not really sure what these are for, but I do like the fact that they have the explanation, the artwork, and their stats going on here. I'm not going to read it this time, but basically this guy is also powerful. He's kind of very cautious and yada yada going on here. So he's the more, the protective or defensive type going on here. And looking at his stats, he has high intelligence, pretty good speed, defense, strength, so encouraged. So he's well balanced, but I think though, the only weak section is his strength and defense compared to his backstory going on here. Alright, and then here we get this part. Now technically this is supposed to go onto the mech, the beast itself. However, there's no way to actually store this while in this format going on here. So yeah, this might be a little bit of a downside to some people. Alright, so let's get off the stand and let's see what we got. So I just mentioned there's a PVC card in the component, so that's mainly because if you're having trouble somehow getting the toy out from the box, because let's say it's not sliding out or something, basically you fold the PVC card in half, and then what happens is that PVC card will push out. Once you open the box, it will slightly push out the toy, so which you can grab it right away. But right now, up to this point, I have like what, 6 to 8 Beastbox kit toys, and I had never had that problem. So yeah, so that's that. Let's get rid of the box and let's see what we got. So the transformation is fairly simple, so I'm gonna do it in my pace going on here. So what I like to do is flip these to up and then rotate them 90 degrees like that for now. And then what I like to do is now to bring out the tail. So that's the tail, and flip that over. So as you can see, these toys, they have multiple pegs and whole systems going on here, so that everything can lock into place. And I think I got a defective one, not in a bad way. I mean getting a defective is a bad thing, but it's not terrible. So it doesn't really affect the toy and the transformation itself. So I'm still happy about that. So from here, I could technically pull out the head with force, but technically you're supposed to do this because there's also a few locking mechanisms here. So what you can do is flip up the fins from the front like that. Yes, these are fins. There is another variant out there, which I'll explain later for now. So, and you want to flip out the ones on the outside as well. I mean, from the back. So you'll see the shape is like this. So you want to flip them up and reveal the other side to the top, and then fold them up as you so please. And then you want to bring out the head. So the head is currently rotated at the moment because due to the transformation. So you want to rotate the head and then pull it out a little bit like that. And then we're technically almost there. So once at the moment the legs or fins are on the top section, so you want to slide them down like that. You want to slide them down like that. And then you, on these sections here, you want to basically, these orange parts are connected as ball joints like that, so you can rotate them and make them face forward. So these are not really mentioned in the cards, but these are also, as far as I know, like weapons such as like missile or grenade launchers going on here. And then we have this peg going on here on the bottom. So what you can do is basically you can push it up, and what happens is that it will reveal more weapons onto the side. So let me do that again. Okay, okay, there we go. So if I can push them back in, and then once I do, if I push it down, they will reveal these cannons to the top sections as well. So they don't come out too much, but you can definitely see the clear orange going on here, and give you an idea what these are. If you think they're kind of not fully out, you can slightly pull them out, but yeah, they might look like they're not fully out, but that's just how it works. And there we go, we have the transformation. So as I mentioned, there is another variant with a version of this that's green and actually has legs instead of fins. So if you don't like the Nessie or Loch Ness Monster look, you can always go for the one with the legs and that's green. And that one's actually called Stargazer for some reason, but still very cool, and really like the concept of this as well. Alright, so we have it transformed. So let's see the articulation. And also, I almost forgot. So here is the squid launcher, and then on the front of the fins, we have these holes on each side, so you can plug these in. So they only give you one, so but I think they could have gone away if they gave two. I mean, I would love to have a double squid launcher on the front, but still, here we have the transformation. Very nice going on here. I do like the eyes because those actually have some light piping going on here. So let me get to the light and see. Yep, we have some light piping, so that's very cool. So I would assume some people who knows how to deal with LED parts would actually put in LEDs and these kind of stuff. So articulation wise, it's actually pretty good. So looking at the tail first, so the tail can rotate 360 because I believe the end tip here is actually connected to a ball joint going on here. The tail, we have a hint, we can move it down, and then we can move the tail itself a little bit on its own because of the second connection right over there, other than the ball joint. And then we have another joint here, but that only goes up, doesn't go down. And then on the end tip can go up as well, and then down as well. And then we have these orange parts, which looks like blades. We can also flip them up as well. So nothing too special regarding that part. And then the fins can move forward like that. The back ones can move about that much and then rotate. So the defective part I was talking about is this part, the bottom of the fin. You can see there's a peg here, and on the other side it's actually filled up right over here. So there's supposed to be a cover here. Mine seems to have have that not included. So I'm not sure if this was intentional, but I do definitely think it's a defective part because I can see some glue markings there. So yeah, and I did check the box, and it's not in the box, and there's no way it could have been in the packaging box because it was all wrapped up. So yeah, I've double checked everything. So yeah, it's nothing too serious, but still kind of a shame. And then the ones on the front, they don't rotate, but they can move forward and backward as well. Of course, one part is that this sliding gimmick doesn't really lock into place that well. So yeah, it will move time to time. And then these parts, as I mentioned, they can rotate since they are on a ball joint, and then they can go up and down as well. And you can see the moldings here that there's 3 circles going on here, so I would assume these are like launchers. And then obviously the ones on the bottom, these definitely has to be cannons. And then the neck articulation was the most part I was impressed of. So once again, due to the transformation, you are able to go move it down and up, so that's pretty obvious. But also you also have a rotation, a 360 rotation here, which is definitely something I was not expecting. And then on the top neck, you can go up and down as well. And then 360 rotation is possible. And once again, one thing about Torado, the tiger I recently reviewed, one of the parts that kind of disappointed me was the fact that it could not open its mouth fully. This one can open its mouth fully, so I am very, very happy and satisfied with this. So in the long run, I might purchase Stargazer, but for now there are other new stuff coming out, and that was announced in the Wonder Festival, and I am going to be ready for those as well. And that's pretty much it. So once again, these are simple toys and definitely has a nice concept going on here for those who are kind of curious on how long these are. So from head to let's say from head to the end tip of the tail. So it goes about 15 to 16 centimeters in length, but of course I think we can go even longer if we do it like this, but you get the idea. So yeah, definitely fun toys, fun concept, and definitely love to have more of these as well, because the box chargers, if you have multiple of these, you can connect them all to the side or from top to bottom, so it's really easy to store in as well. And that's pretty much it for the review of the Beastbox Darkwave. So hopefully this review was helpful. If you guys got any questions or requests, in comment below. I definitely am going to order more Beastbox toys that once they get announced, or if I find someone who is actually taking pre-orders for the new ones. But until then, see you guys next time.